Hey, Purna. You got the recordings, right?
Not able to see. It disconnected and joining.
Disconnected, huh? Okay. So what we
Hmm.
discussed in the previous class, we discussed about there are two types of version control system, Git and GitHub. So now you understood Git and GitHub, right? So who developed the Git GUI tools? You understood, right?
Yes, yes,
Yes, right?
yes. Shall we wait for a minute? Maybe he's rejoining because he's not able to hear.
Yeah, let's wait. Yeah, let's wait. Let's wait.
This session we will cover the configurations and everything, right? Hari?
What configurations?
I mean installation, configuration, those things, right?
Yeah. So next we'll discuss about those only.
Yeah, I have seen in the previous videos.
Yeah, whatever the classes we seen, right? So
Yeah.
everything we will cover. Yeah.
Oh,
So
oh.
Git, so GUI tools, right? So
Yes,
what is
yes.
Git client? You already know. What is Git client? What is Git client? So Git client is also known as a Git or a Git bash. Is used to developer mission, used in the developer mission that connects to the remote repository like GitHub, right?
Okay.
So
So
we
via command line.
yes via command line.
Okay.
So this is the So for example, this
Command
is a
line.
git bash. Okay.
Yes.
cdds git one. Hello,
Yes, Hari.
Parna.
Yeah, Hari.
Yeah. He joined, not joined. So right,
Not
this
joined.
is local git. This is the local git. How to install the local git? I will show you.
Okay.
So from this local git to we need to connect with the remote git.
Correct.
Okay. So how to connect from or local to remote? Second, I will show you the thing. So how to connect from your local to remote? Yeah. So this is our local Git. So how we can manage this local Git add, Git commit, Git checkout, Git merge, all these staging area, local repository, working directory. This will be managed through this local Git. Okay. So up
Okay.
to this, so we can manage. So up to this, so we can manage from local Git. This is the remote repository. So what is the remote repository? Remote repository is a GitLab, GitHub, Bitbucket. So how we can connect from your local repository to remote repository by using git push and git pull commands. What are those? Git push and git pull commands. Understood, guys?
Yes.
Git pull and git push commands. Now you understood what is git client, right?
Yes.
What is git client? Now you understood. What is a git client?
It
So
is
git client is
GitHub.
the
Uh, and I mean a tool that connects our local to the remote
yes, very nice. From our local to
remote
remote
repository.
repository. So from our local to remote repository. Understood. So Git client is also known as a Git or Git bash used in developers mission that connects with remote repository like GitHub, Gitbucket. Okay,
Okay.
nice. So what is a branch? What is a branch?
Brand.
What is branch?
This is new, like in we didn't find this in centralized version control system, right? This is new a feature of distributed control
Yes, yes,
system.
yes, 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 yes. So this is the branch. So what is a branch? So for example, in your environment, how many environments are there?
There will be multiple. I think he joined.
He joined.
It is Partha Das. I don't know, maybe different
Hey,
person or
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey Parda, hey Parda, Parda, are you able to see? Able to hear? Partha. Yeah. So Partha, so we'll share you the demo recording. So okay, you can watch that demo recording. Yeah. So what is a branch in the real time? So what is the branch? Tell me, Aparna.
like
So branch, how
we
many
have
environments we
multiple
have? For
develop
example, so you are working.
development.
Yes, very good. Nice. So what are the branches we have? So our application will be deployed under the development environment,
Environment,
QA environment,
environment,
and production
integrate
environment.
production
Right?
environment. Yes.
So for example, what this is nothing but a dev. Okay. So this is nothing but a dev. This is nothing but a integration. This is nothing but a
Product
integration. This is nothing but a
production.
production. Okay, so you have three environments. Your code will be in the three environments, right? So,
Yes.
so the branch should be, what is the branch? So branch is nothing but to maintain separate code base for applications like, what is that? To maintain a separate code base branch. So what is a branch? The branch is nothing but a so branch is nothing but a code. Your code will be in. So to maintain a separate code base
Oh,
for applications like development branch, production branch, UAT branch, stage branch, hotfix branch, staging branch. Is understood? So these all are
yes.
the branches. So every branch having a. So what is that? So repository. So what is the repository? So the repository is. So what is the
Remote.
repository? So repository is, for example, Citibank. You are working on a Citibank project. Okay. So what is the repository? The repository is Citibank. So in the repository, you have how many branches? In the Citibank repository, you have how many branches? You have a dev
Also,
branch, you have
uh,
integration branch, you have a production branch. Okay. So first, so by default, how many branches you have by default? So you will get the main branch. Whenever you created the repository, right? So it will create by default, it will create the main branch. By default, it will create the main branch. Okay. So branches are, so for example, future branch, for example, dev branch, integration branch, production branch, main branch. Right. Now you understood. So whenever you create a repository, a default branch will be created. That branch is, what is that branch? Main branch. What is that branch? So main branch. Now you understood. So and future branches also there. So we have a future
yes,
branch.
the branch.
For example, yes, yes.
This is where developers will work, right?
Developer will work. So developer, for example, he is working on. So for example, this is the ticket. What is that? This is the Jira
Okay.
story or something like a. This is the a story or a ticket. So in this ticket having the either bug or
User
story,
story.
right? Future.
Yes.
So future, right? He will work on bug or future. So for example, future. He want to implement a feature on the application. So what he will do? He will he will clone the repository from dev branch to or a main branch to feature branch. Which branch to feature branch? So main branch to feature branch because of our production code will be same as the main branch. Our production code will be the same as the main. Our production branch is same as the main branch. So whatever the application is deployed in the real time, the same code will be there in the production branch and the main branch. The same code will be there in the production branch and the main branch. Yes, understood? So you created a branch feature and you have done some work on your local and
Okay.
you can push it to the. Okay, so this is the future branch. Then you can create a merge request from dev to future to dev. Okay, you can create a merge request from feature to dev. Then your developer or something like your lead or your manager will review the changes and merge into the development branch. Once the code is in the development branch, you can test it in our development environment. For example, that is the Kubernetes. That is the Kubernetes development environment. What that is, guys? That is the have you understood? Your code will be deployed under the first in the dev environment. It is if it is okay, then it will deploy under the. So right again. So your code will be first merged to the dev. So then we'll merge from dev to main. So we'll merge from a dev to main, right? So from dev to main, so you can create a MR from integration. We will test it in the integration environment, then production environment. Yes, understood? So how we can create the branches, why the branches? Now you understood? I will tell you clarify by practically. Understood? Aparna?
We will push from dev to main. Main is the production, right?
No, no. Main is a default branch. So whenever you
Okay.
create a repository, a default branch will create. That branch
Main
name
branch.
is main branch. Okay.
Okay.
So that main branch and the production branch will be the same because of so when you are developing, people will developing in the development branch, right? So
Mm-hmm.
maybe it will be different than main and production because of every time they are working on the bug, they are working for the future. Not only one guy, multiple people who are working in the development environment, right, Aparna?
Oh, yes, yes.
They will create the branches, they will push the code, they will test it. So right, so that is not development branch will not sync with the production branch because of the developer will continuously working on it and integration team also will continuously working on it and will test their application before deploying to the production environment, right? That's the
Yes.
reason our main and production will be the same.
Okay.
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 Yeah, now you understood, right? So whenever you create a repository, a default branch will create. That branch is the branch name is. What is the default branch? What is the default branch? The default branch is main
Main
branch.
branch.
For example, AWS DevOps material. This is my repository. What is my branch? My default branch is, so
Main
main.
branch.
How many branches I have? So I have a modify branch, future add branch, revert branch. But our code will be there in the main and the same will be there in the main and production. Now you understood what is a branch?
Yeah, Hari.
Yes, nice. So next, what is a local repository? What is a remote repository? Local repository and remote repository. So now you understood. So remote repository is nothing but our GitHub or GitLab or Bitbucket.
Our cloud environment.
No. Remote repositories. What are the remote repositories? So remote repository, this is nothing but a remote repository. So what is our remote repository? Your remote repository is AWS. AWS DevOps material. I will show you. So what this is? Tell me, Aparna, what this is? This is the local repository. What this is? So this is
Local.
the local
Local.
repository. So what is the local repository? I will tell you. So for example, your DS Git 4, right? This is the a local repository. What
Copy
this
of
is?
a remote repository in our
Yes,
local.
copy of the remote repository. For example, this is the what this is. This is your local repository. What this is? So this is your local repository. So what is your remote repository? What is your remote repository? The remote repository. This is your remote repository. What this is, guys? This is your remote repositories. This is remote repository. You understood? So what is remote repository? So this is the remote repository and this is the local repository. Now you understood what is a remote repository and what is local repository? So right, developer mission contains a .git folders and nothing but a local repository. This is the local repository. Okay. And the remote repository, GitHub contains the code connected to the all the developer missions. So this will be connected to the all the developer missions, but this will be connected to only the their mission, developer mission only. The developer mission only. Understood? Aparna.
Ah, yes, Hari.
Yes, right? Yep. Partha, understood? Yeah. So what is that? So we need to set up this local Git and remote repository. So what do we call it as? We call it as a environment setup. So what is that?
Environment setup.
Environment set. So what is the environment setup? So we need to set up the local as well as remote. So remote and local. So what this is? Step one: how to download Git and Git bash. How to download Git and Git bash? Git bash on our local mission. On our local mission. Guys, understood? This is the step one, guys. What this is? So this is the step one. Download. Download the software from Git official website. Git official website. Guys, understood? So what is
Yes.
that? Yeah, we want to download the Git and Git bash. git download, git download. So you can go to the git install scim dot right. This is only git type and scim. So yeah, so this is the Git official website, git-scm dot. So download for Windows. Okay, yeah. So this is the Git for Windows x86, x64-bit. So copy link address, then paste it. What is this, guys? So this is for a Windows. So how we can install the how we can install for a Linux, how we can install the Mac. Just homebrew. What is that? So you can install the
Mm.
Mac by using brew install git. It will automatically install the git. So if you want to install from Linux, so apt get install git. So Ubuntu you can use the git apt get install git. So right in Fedora you can install install git. Fedora, CentOS, Red Hat we can use that. Right. So we can use this. We can use these guys. Understood?
Yeah, Hari.
Yeah. Yeah. So download the software and so how to install the step two. How to install Git and Git bash, Git and Get bash on your local machine. On your local machine. How to install, guys? Just download it and just double click, next, next, install, finish. Because of a GUI, right? It will be very easy. So what is that, guys? I need to delete this, right? Git bash. Guys, do you know how to uninstall the Git bash for any software? So go to control panel and
At the software.
programs and features. Then uninstall the Git, right? Just right
Yes.
click, uninstall. It will asking yes or no. You can click yes. Then it will automatically uninstall. Are you sure want to completely remove the git and git bash? Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Git was successfully removed on
Remove.
your computer. Now there is no git on your computer. Okay. So how to download? So we already have downloads. Yeah, right. So we have already a downloads folder. So what is that, guys? Git, right? You can just click the git. Just git down, downloads. Yeah. For example, this is the yeah, here also there, right? Here also there, here also there. So for example, this is the Git, guys. You want to install. So once you double click, right, it will ask yes or no. So yes, right. So it is asking next, next, yeah, next, 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 install. So it will install, guys. Once you click the next, right, it will asking the install. Then it will finish it, guys. Then it will finish it. So once it is installed, Git and so along with Git, it will install the Git bash also. Git bash also, because of Git is a GUI tool. How we can interact with the Git, guys? We can interact with the bash only. That's the reason. It's automatically install the Git bash. Git bash is nothing but a bash prompt. Git bash is nothing but a bash prompt.
Ashton.
Yeah, it's a finish now. Okay. Then, so now you installed the Git on your local machine. How you can check? So by using Git bash, by using you can click the Git bash and click the Git bash. Okay. Yeah. So this is the Git bash. So how you can check? Git icon
Ashton.
version. So right. So Git is installed. Git is installed.
Install.
Yeah. Partha, do you know, right? What is Git? How to install the Git? Partha, you know now? Yeah. So this is Git is installed on your local machine. Now you understood? So your local machine is local Git is installed. What is that? Your local Git is installed. Now local Git is installed. And so how you can register and sign up? How you can register and log in
Register.
GitHub account? How you can register and log in GitHub account? So you can log in GitHub account by using www.github.com. On that you can sign up, guys. What is that? Next step 3. What is step 3? What is the step 3, guys? Register and login. Register and login GitHub account. Register and login GitHub account. How to register the GitHub account and how to log in the GitHub account. We'll show you. What is the URL? So what is the URL
GitHub.com.
to connect, guys? HTTP yes colon www.github.com. So this is the URL. This is the URL to connect the to create the account. How to log in GitHub account. How to log in the GitHub account, guys? How to log in the GitHub account? You can log in the through username, username and password. Username and password. You can log into the GitHub account. I will create the username and password now. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. How to sign up the Google account? So for example, incognito mode. So what is that? GitHub.com, right? What is the URL, guys? The URL is github.com. Sorry, github.com. So this is the URL. How to sign up? Click on the sign up button. Click on the sign up button. So what you need to provide? You need to provide the email address, password, username, and then our country. Create the account. Your country and create the account. So what is the email address? One second, please. This is the username.
Hari,
Nice.
Hari,
Hmm.
sorry to interrupt.
Hmm.
If we want to play like a developer one and developer two to just get some command over them, we can create multiple accounts and like act like a proxy, right? Just to
Yes. If you in our company, right, they will create the username and they will share the that
yeah,
account.
yeah, that
You
is
and
different because client one is different. Just in
hmm,
our local, just to play with,
hmm.
we can use multiple accounts and like we can act like a different developers, right?
In client we can you only will work on that, right? No
No, no,
one is
no,
in.
no, that I am that I know it.
Hmm,
In our local means in our
hmm,
not in the client machine.
hmm.
I'm talking about in our own PC. We can also play with multiple accounts. That is what I'm asking. We can create some four
Yeah.
five
Yes, yes,
accounts
yes,
and we
yes,
can
yes,
play.
yes. You can. Yeah. You can use multiple accounts. What is that? Krishna Hari.
But email should be different for all of them, right?
Yes,
Cannot
yes,
have
yes,
same
yes.
name.
Yes. 21797 @gmail.com. The password is the password I used. Password needs a number and lowercase. Okay. I will use different one. Okay, it's a long password. Username is mm, same Krishna Hari. I'm taking the username Krishna Hari. So username Krishna Hari is not available. Krishna Hari hyphen blip. Krishna Hari cyber. Krishna Hari. Yeah, Krishna Hari there. So Krishna Hari hyphen DevOps. My username is Krishna Hari hyphen DevOps, or you can use this name. You can save this name. What is the username? Username is Krishna Hari DevOps. Okay. User 27 and 25 and GitHub. Okay, guys. So what this? My username is Krishnari hyphen DevOps. My email address, and I gave that email address and everything because of we are getting the code. For that code, we need to so verification completed. Yeah. I need to go to what is that, guys? krishnahari@gmail.com. I did not created this one, guys. My team is created. Let me log in. giving password. Okay. Okay, you will get the code on your email address. So you can, yep. So what is that? We have your account was created successfully. Please sign in to continue. So what is the username we created, guys? The username we created is Krishnahari DevOps. Okay, password is sign in. Yep. So now you understood, right? How to sign up? To sign up is very easy. Just go to the www.github.com. There is a space. There is a page, sign up page, and you can provide the your Gmail address and password and username. So then, so you will get the OTP on your email address. So once you provided the OTP, right, that will be completed. That sign up will be completed. Now you can able to log into the GitHub account. What is that? Krishna Hari DevOps is my my
GitHub GitHub
GitHub
login username.
account. Still, I
Account.
am not created any repository. So
Repository.
this is the so how you can create the repository. You can click here, create a repository. Okay. So
Mhm.
before creating the repository, we need to generate the token. How we can generate the token, I will show you. Okay.
Is it mandatory, Hari, to create a token?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, is it mandatory to create a
Which one?
token? Tokens creation.
Yeah. Token creation is nothing but
Uh-huh.
for example, how we can connect this from your local to remote? How we can connect it? If you want to push the code or if you want to pull the code. So this is a remote. Remote means
Mm.
so there is a network. There is a network, right? We need to communicate between these two. So if you want to, how
Okay.
we can communicate with from your local to remote? We need a generated token, or we can use the that Git HTTPS, or we can create the SSH authentication, or we can create the HTTPS, or we can generate the token. Okay. For example, your repository is a private repository. All right. How we can
Okay.
push it? Definitely, we need authentication between. This is remote, right?
Okay.
www.github.com. So
Okay.
this is your local. How we can communicate from your local to remote? Definitely through SSH or HTTPS or something like a generated token, right? Or we can you can provide the username password. I will show you while creating it. You will
Okay.
understand.
I have skipped
So what is
this step actually because I was just uploading files via add files via upload, right? So
Yeah.
that
If you
that doesn't.
if your repository is a private repository, so definitely
Mhm.
we need to authenticate. If it is a public, no need to provide anything. It will automatically push. But if it is a
Okay.
private, definitely we need authentication.
Okay.
Generate password token. Yeah.
Sorry, for next classes, this web
Mm,
Zoom link is same, or are we
same,
going to
same.
change?
Maybe don't know exactly. So they will.
Okay.
Yeah. So what is password token? Password token, guys. So what is a personal access token or generate a password token for PAT in GitHub? A personal access token is like a password substitute used the user to authenticate with yourself when accessing GitHub from the command line script or a third party tools like a Git or a VS Code or a Jenkins. So what is that? Okay. Personal access token. So what is this? PAT. Personal access token is like what is that? Is like password substitute. Substitute used to authenticate. Used to authenticate yourself. Authenticate yourself when accessing GitHub from from the command line or scripts or third party tools like Git, VS Code or Jenkins. VS Code or Jenkins. A GitHub replaced why it is GitHub replaced so traditional password based authentication. Traditional based authentication for security reasons. The security reasons. Now you must use tokens instead of your GitHub password. Understood? Understood?
Um, so for client, they will create our tokens or we have to create our own?
So we are we are create our own token. So that will be used for connecting the remote server.
Okay.
Okay. So for example, developer access. Developers need a password token or Jenkins need a token to communicate. Jenkins need to connect with the GitHub. How we can connect through the password token? We will create a password token and we will use it in the script. So it will automatically Jenkins connect to the GitHub and get the code. Understood?
Okay. This is like a
Clone
one-time
the
setup.
private repositories,
This
authenticate with
one.
GitHub in tools, Jenkins, GitLab CA, VS Code, GitHub CLI. So, and automate the script for API calls that interact with the GitHub, clone private repositories, push or pull code from GitHub repositories. For that purpose, we can use this token, guys. Understood?
This is like a one-time step, Hari, or
Yeah. This is
every
the one.
time we do any Git action, we need to generate.
Yes. This is the one-time step. Means we can provide the expiry date also. For example, same like as our Windows missions, right? Whenever you get the laptop, within 100 days, we need to reset the password.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will be locked. Same like as. So for the
Okay, got it.
security region, so you guys can use that token for 100 days or something like. So if you for the
Yeah.
security reasons, we can use for 100 days or something like, or you can use the no expiry date also.
Okay.
Okay.
As per the client standard.
As per the client standard. Yeah. So we'll show you how to create the GitHub account tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. I think I
The
was
token
using the old legacy one, Hari. Like
legacy. Okay.
normal password-based authentication I'm using. Maybe I have to
Hmm.
upgrade. I was just doing some local changes only
Yeah. You can.
on the remote repo. There are some
Hmm.
private repos also, but what I was doing is I'm just using only password-based
That
authentication.
password. Yes.
Yeah. So which is
So if you
now
go
the
to the
new replacement,
settings,
right?
yeah. We go to the settings. So in the
Developer
developer
setting.
settings,
Okay.
so password, classic tokens, and generate a new token. Generate a new classic token. So here you can give the token. You see here, right? Expiry date. So if you
Expiration
want to
date.
expire, no expiration. So you can give it,
Okay.
and you can give some permissions to delete the repo, edit the repo, right? then generate the token. It will automatically generate the token.
Mm.
Okay, you can download the token for authentication purpose. You can use the token. So tomorrow I will show you, and tomorrow
Okay.
I will on local mission Git uses a section. What are the section? How we can these sections, right?
Okay.
So guys, please plan. Tomorrow will take 1.5 hour session. Okay, Partha, Parna.
Okay.
Yeah. So is your good name Partha, right? Partha, please respond. Okay, guys. Okay, we'll continue from tomorrow.
Thanks, Hari. Bye.